Good morning. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. I had a little bit extra time, and one would think that I would choose to use it well, and I did not. I chose to use it to scroll through social media, and it was during that time that something jumped on me, and it was fear. By the time I put my phone down, I was like heavy with fear of, you name it. I was afraid of it. All the way from global implosion, explosion, to getting bit by a mosquito. And literally I put my phone down and I thought, what am I going to do? Not only am I now, terrified, but how am I going to address this? Like, what do I do? And I took a look at what I had pre-decided I would talk about this morning. And I pre-decided to talk about my new Bible. I've been talking with my friend, Gina Plocky, Good News Girl podcast. Go over, take a look, give a listen, subscribe, share. We've been talking about buying Bibles, and man, how many Bibles do you have? And should you get a new one? And what about the old one? And we decided, based on something that Pastor Greg Blythe had said, it's never wrong to get another new Bible, as long as you use every one that you have. And I think about my old Bibles and the ones that I have that are literal treasure to me. I still have my Bible that my mom bought me when I was in like primary school. Little red King James version. And everyone's Bibles were so worn and used, and I remember my sister and I wanted our Bibles to be worn and used like everyone else's. And we put water on all the pages so that they would crinkle up. And then there's the Bible that I got for graduating from 3rd grade Sunday school into 4th grade Sunday school. It's a black plastic King James Version Bible. And I underlined so many words in that thing. And then I went to Bible camp, Cherry Run Bible Camp, before the summer after 8th grade. And my friend Marilee Shack invited me to check out this little copy of the new NIV. And the Bible came alive to me. I was like, wow, I can understand this. And that little thing got used and read and folded and creased and underlined. And then when we were dating, two of my favorite gifts, Tony got me a 35 millimeter camera, and he got me a study Bible. And that thing saw me through so many years. And I had to get a new Bible because the pages just wouldn't turn right in it anymore. And each one of the Bibles that I have ever had and used, they are dog-eared. They are loved. They are, the pages are oily, you know, from use. They are tear-stained. And in the morning, that's typically the first thing that I turn to. And this morning, I did not. When I turn to my Bible in the morning, I'm energized and I'm fed and truth comes over me. And thank you for bearing with me through this memory lane. But it's funny how I can take a look down memory lane based on the Bibles that I've had over the years. I'm so thankful for parents who encouraged me to read the Word of God. And I think of their Bibles. I can see them in my mind's eye as clear as day. Those ones that have gotten them through trials and hard times and years of lack and years of plenty, you know. I can see them in my mind. What a beautiful sight. And anyways, so I did make a choice on a Bible, a new Bible, and Tony got it for me for Easter. And I'm excited to turn it into a dog-eared version of the beautiful daily truth that I love so much. You know, it's not a religious thing, and I know you know that about me. It's a literal spirit-feeding, soul-feeding, life-feeding, active and living thing. And here's my proof. I woke up this morning, back to the original storyline and plot, and I was wrecked because we got a lot of things that we could choose to be afraid of. And after all that fear, I made myself a cup of coffee, put it in my whimsy mug, and I, thank you, Deer Lakes, and I grabbed my Bible. I didn't grab my new one. I grabbed the Passion Translation, the tattered, worn, marked up, just like all of them. And I started reading, and I'm gonna read to you. I pray that the light of God will illuminate the eyes of your imagination, flooding you with light until you experience the full revelation of the hope of His calling. And something started to sort of peel off, melt off, break off. I didn't really notice it. I kept reading. The hope of His calling, that is the wealth of God's glorious inheritances that He finds in us. He finds wealth, a glorious inheritance in us. I think maybe a part of that is what I'm talking about with these memories of what's been passed down from generation to generation, and I felt something break off and melt off. I didn't really notice it. And so I kept on reading. I pray that you will continually experience the immeasurable greatness of God's power made available to you through faith. Then your lives will be an advertisement of this immense power as it works through you. More melting, more breaking, more falling off, and I started to feel joy emerge. I started to remember what's right and what's important and what's true, and I remembered why I don't have to be afraid of the news headlines. I don't have to be afraid of what I see going on around me. I don't have to be afraid of even a virus, as serious as I know that it is. But I can trust in God. And I can find my trust in him by reading his word. I can find my trust in him when I lose it, when I'm like, I don't know what to think, by sitting down and letting the word wash over me. Wash over me. You know, it also says in here that God is love in 1 John 4. And it says that those who are living in love are living in God. It says that love never brings fear. For fear is always related to punishment, but love's perfection drives the fear of punishment far from our hearts. And I felt a little more break off. I felt a little more fall away. And in Matthew 28, verse 20, I read that Jesus said, and never forget that I am with you every day, even to the completion of this age. I am with you always. I will never, never leave you. And suddenly, my intellect turned off, and my heart swelled up, and fear fell down, and faith rose up. And so thank you for hanging out with me for the story about all the Bibles of my life. But the reason that I tell them is because there's a good reason that they're worn and tattered and dog-eared. And the reason is not religion. The reason is not self-righteousness. The reason is not even wisdom of this age. The reason is I need life. I need renewal. I need to get my eyes off of what is dark and gross and sticky and onto what is light and life and love. And the avenue to that awakening is here. It's here. It's in all of the, it's here. It's in all of the places that I can find the truth of the Word of God. And so today, if there is one stinking thing that you can do, it is to pick this book up, crack it open, and let it breathe life and light into your soul. I don't understand how it happens. It's like an osmosis process, but I am changed. I am changed when I open up my heart and my life to this word. And it says in front of the new Bible, by the way, Good News Girl and I did decide to get Bibles. And she got an amazing, beautiful blue Bible. I got this amazing, perfectly sized for me, black leather Bible. And it says on the page that Tony signed for me, it says, "Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path." And so I started looking in the front covers of some of the Bibles that I've had over the years, and some of them also say that your word won't return void, but it accomplishes what it was sent to do. And that's what I'm telling you today. His word will do things that you didn't imagine that it could do. And so today, tomorrow, every day, don't get lazy about it. Don't get resentful about it. Start your day with even one verse of the Word of God, and it will change your life. It will change you. It's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great week.